When his mother passed away at a young age, Pierre's world was turned upside down. He was forced to grow up quickly, taking on more responsibilities and facing challenges that most children could never imagine. He spent long hours in his father's shop, honing his craft and perfecting his skills. His determination and perseverance eventually paid off, as he became one of the most talented jewelers of his time and the founder of a jewelry empire that would stand the test of time. This is the story of Pierre Cartier, a diamond in the rough, who refused to let his circumstances define him. Pierre Cartier was born into a family of jewelers in 1878 in Paris, France. His father, Alfred Cartier, was a successful jeweler who had inherited his business from his own father, Louis-Francois Cartier. Louis-Francois had established the Cartier brand in 1847, and it had become one of the most well-respected and prestigious jewelry houses in France. From a young age, Pierre showed a keen interest in his family's business. He spent most of his time learning the trade from his father and grandfather, and by the age of 21, he had become a full-fledged member of the Cartier team. His first task was to help his father run the Cartier boutique on Rue Montorgueil, which was the heart of Parisian luxury shopping. Pierre quickly showed a talent for design and creativity. He was able to take the traditional jewelry designs of the Cartier brand and modernize them for the changing times. He was also known for his attention to detail and his dedication to quality craftsmanship. Despite his talent and passion for the family business, Pierre knew that he needed to do something to set himself apart. In 1902, he left France and traveled to London, where he worked for a few years at the Cartier boutique on Bond Street. During his time in London, Pierre was able to learn from some of the best jewelers in the world, and he gained a reputation for his innovative designs. After his time in London, Pierre returned to Paris and took over the Cartier boutique on Rue Montorgueil. He was determined to make a name for himself and to help the Cartier brand reach new heights. Over the next few years, he introduced several new designs, including the Santos watch, which was designed for the Brazilian aviator Alberto Santos Dumont. Pierre's creativity and dedication to quality soon earned him a reputation as one of the most innovative jewelers in Paris. His designs were admired by the city's elite, and he quickly became known as the King of Jewelers. In 1909, Pierre Cartier made a bold move and decided to open his first boutique in New York City. At the time, the city was a bustling metropolis and was quickly becoming a hub of commerce and luxury shopping. Pierre saw a great opportunity to expand his family's business and to introduce Cartier to the American market. Pierre's decision to move to America proved to be a wise one. His innovative designs and dedication to quality quickly caught the attention of New York's elite, and he was soon regarded as one of the city's top jewelers. One of the things that set Pierre apart from his competitors was his willingness to adapt his designs to the American market. He was able to take the classic Cartier designs and make them more modern and wearable for the American consumer. As Pierre's business grew, he realized that he needed a flagship store to showcase his designs. In 1917, he acquired a mansion on Fifth Avenue, which would become the iconic flagship store of the Cartier brand. The mansion was designed by the famous architect Stanford White and was a stunning example of Beaux-Arts architecture. Pierre spared no expense in renovating the mansion and turning it into a showcase for his designs. The acquisition of the mansion proved to be a turning point for the Cartier brand. The store quickly became a destination for New York's elite, and the Cartier name became synonymous with luxury and sophistication. The store's elegant surroundings and impeccable service helped to establish Cartier as one of the premier jewelry brands in America. In addition to the flagship store, Pierre continued to expand the Cartier brand throughout America. He opened boutiques in Chicago, Palm Beach, and other major cities, cementing the brand's position as a leader in the luxury jewelry industry. During the 1920s, Hollywood was undergoing a golden age, with the film industry rapidly growing and establishing itself as a major cultural force. This presented a significant opportunity for Cartier to expand its brand even further and to become a go-to source for jewelry in the film industry. Pierre Cartier recognized this opportunity and made a move to establish relationships with Hollywood's elite. He began to cultivate relationships with the leading actresses and actors of the day, such as Elizabeth Taylor, Grace Kelly, and Marlene Dietrich. These stars were known for their glamour and sophistication, and Cartier's jewelry was the perfect complement to their stunning outfits. One of the most significant moments in Cartier's relationship with Hollywood came in 1926, when the studio behind the film The Divine Woman commissioned Pierre to create a diamond necklace for the film's leading lady, Greta Garbo. The necklace was a stunning piece, featuring 175 diamonds and weighing 175 carats. It quickly became one of the most iconic pieces of jewelry in Hollywood history, and it helped to establish Cartier as the go-to source for jewelry in the film industry. In the years that followed, Cartier continued to build relationships with Hollywood's elite. The brand's jewelry was featured prominently in films and was worn by many of the leading actresses of the day. One of the most notable examples was when Elizabeth Taylor wore a Cartier diamond necklace in the film Giant, which helped to establish the brand's position as a leader in the luxury jewelry industry. By the 1930s, Cartier had firmly established itself as a leading luxury jewelry brand in America and Hollywood. The next logical step was to expand the brand's reach to Europe, where the Cartier family had originally started their business. In 1932, Pierre Cartier opened a boutique in London, in the prestigious New Bond Street. The boutique quickly became a success, attracting a clientele of British royalty, aristocrats, and celebrities. The Cartier brand was seen as a symbol of luxury and sophistication, and it quickly became a must-visit destination for anyone looking for high-quality jewelry. Pierre Cartier's success in London led to further expansion in Europe. In 1935, he opened a boutique in Paris, on the prestigious Rue de l'Arpaix. The Paris boutique was designed by the famous architect Charles Meuse, who had also designed the Ritz Hotel. The boutique's interior was decorated in the Art Deco style, which was popular at the time, and it quickly became one of the most stylish and elegant shopping destinations in Paris. One of the most significant moments in Cartier's expansion into Europe came in 1936, when King Edward VI abdicated the throne to marry Wallis Simpson, an American socialite. Pierre Cartier was asked to create a bracelet for Wallis Simpson, which she wore during her wedding to the former king. The bracelet, which featured an engraved message from Edward, became known as the Panther bracelet, and it remains one of Cartier's most iconic pieces to this day. By the 21st century, Cartier had established itself as one of the most prestigious and influential luxury jewelry brands in the world. The brand had expanded its reach to almost every major market, and it had established itself as a leader in design and craftsmanship. One of the key elements of Cartier's success in the modern era was its commitment to innovation. The brand continued to push the boundaries of design and craftsmanship, introducing new materials and techniques to create stunning and innovative jewelry pieces.